Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name's Bronte. So this week I thought I'd do like a little stationery chat sort of video because I don't know, I have some things to kind of catch you guys up on, and I also want to talk about 2024 planners. Today is Sunday the 9th. Yeah, the Sterling Ink pre-orders are still open, but I'm not going to be ordering, I have decided. So I'll talk about that as well. But I thought we could do stationery stuff first. So I've actually just realised not all of this stuff is part of the video, but bear with me 1 second and I'll just sort this out. Okay, right. So I went to Stationery Fest. When was it? Last weekend. It seems like so long ago. It was only last weekend. It was on the 1st of July. It was in Manchester. It's a new like stationery show event type thing. I don't know how to describe it. So there was also like a journal and planner event that was kind of separate, which you had to pay a lot more for the tickets. But Stationery Fest was £10 to get in, and it was kind of like a shopping thing with lots of small businesses, and I'm so happy I could go. It worked out really well because, as you may know from my previous video, I was house sitting for my parents, and Manchester was it's easy to get to from where they live. So yeah, it was great. I had such a good time. I went with my boyfriend, and he very patiently kind of looked at stuff with me, and we had a really nice day in Manchester, and yeah, it was so great. So I wanted to show you the things that I bought whilst I was there, because I had some money from my birthday, so that's kind of what you know this went towards. And I was away for 2 weeks, and when I got home I also had one Happy Mail order that arrived like the day after I left. So yeah, it's been waiting for me for quite a while, so I will show you those things as well. Okay, so first off, also I'll put all the shops names and stuff in the description, but yeah, okay, so first off I'll just start at the top. I got some things from Grumpy Nook. If you've watched my channel before, I'm quite new to like finding her shop, but it's so great, and she's such a lovely person, and I was really pleased to meet her and just see all of her lovely things in real life. So I got this amazing magnetic bookmark, which is like a little frog and a mushrooms with a Nintendo Switch, which is perfect because I just restarted playing Animal Crossing again. So yeah, I had to get that. And I got this die cut vinyl, which is a cat in a rucksack. She has these amazing like really glossy vinyls, and they're really nice. I've had some of her vinyls die cut before. And then also from her I got some sticker sheets, which were these three, like a books type one, a books and like rucksacks, kind of like a hobbies one, and then this star sheet, which I've already used one of. And this sheet is like a redesign. I think she's kind of redoing her branding, and she's redesigned one of her older sheets, which I also have. Let me show you. So again, if you're familiar with my channel, you might have seen me use this sheet in a previous video, but she's redesigned it so you can see the colours are different, and it's just a bit more kind of muted, and the stickers are slightly maybe just a shade bigger. So yeah, I'm really happy to have both because I really like that sort of theme. Okay, I'm just gonna have some of my boba because I'm feeling very sleepy today. I feel like I need to ingest lots of caffeine. So good. Okay, so I also got from Grumpy Nook 3 washi tapes. I ended up coming home with a lot of washi. I got these 3 from her. Again, I believe these are like older designs that she's kind of stopping. So she had a deal on these. I can't remember what the deal was, but they were kind of like a discount. If you bought 3, you got a discount or something. So yeah, there's a Nintendo Switch one, and then this lovely pink and orange check, and then this one's kind of like, I don't know, like pastel-y abstract type. It's kind of like, I don't know, like fog or clouds or something. Lovely, really nice. So I got those from her at Stationery Fest. I found her booth or her stand or whatever. I went to find her first. And then I bought some things from this shop, which I actually like. I think I've seen her on Instagram, but I've never shopped with her before. Bujo Cult. She had some really nice spooky stickers. And I was in kind of, I don't know, I guess I was in a bit of a spooky mood. So I picked up 3 sticker packs from her. I've got ones open. Let me open these up and then we can look at them. So I got this pack, which was 2 sheets. These are like days of the week and numbers. I picked these up because, as I will talk about later or later on in the video, I have thoughts about my planners for 2024, and these might come in handy. So there's those. And then I got this pack of 3, which I love these. I think I might have to rebuy like more of these. I think these were called Haunted Houses. So there's like a coloured version and a black and white and grey, I don't know, like line drawing version. And then these little like washi strips, which are so cute. I wish if she'd had a roll of this washi, like I would have bought it in a heartbeat because it's so nice. So yes, there's those. I was kind of thinking about like October planner, and I feel like I'm gonna try and like have as much spooky stuff going on for October as possible, so I had to stock up. And then lastly, I got this pack from her, which is like 2 sheets of black cat stickers and 1 of ghosts. So I was house sitting my parents' black cat, and I just saw these and I thought, oh my god, that's Anouk. Her name is Anouk. So I had to get them, and again, you know, I can use them when October comes around. And then yeah, the little ghosties are so cute as well. These are they're quite small stickers, which is great. I think I can use them in like memory keeping spreads and things, which is really nice. So those came from Bujo Cult. And then the last place, oh no, I shopped at 2 other places, sorry. So I shopped from Note and Wish. I've often admired their washi tapes online, but for whatever reason, I don't know, I've just never actually ordered from them. I've like loads of times I've like added stuff to my basket and then just not checked out. I don't know why. Probably because I was trying to be good. But because they were there, I got some stuff. So there's 2 sheets of stickers in here. I haven't opened them yet. I probably will when I put them away, but yeah. I got 2 of the same. They're just days of the week, and then there's kind of like a weekend sticker, and then some to-dos, and then a sticker that says relax. So that's really cute. I think that's like 6 weeks per sheet, so I should have enough for 12 weeks. Then I got loads of washi tapes. So again, they were doing a deal, so I picked these 3 up. I think they were doing like 3 for £6 or something. Again, I feel like it must be like end of stock stuff. So I got a days of the week one, which is really nice, and I think it'd be you know, it's easy for you to kind of tear off a day at a time, because they're quite yes, so as you can see, they're quite you know, they're spaced out fairly widely, so it would be easy to tear off just Saturday or Sunday, you know. So that's a really nice tape. And then I just got 2 plain grid washies, because I use these, I have some in other colours and I use them all the time. Then I got these 3, which were not on offer or anything, but I've definitely looked at these 3 online, so I was really pleased that I could snag them. This one is new. It's like a Happy Mail. They just did like a collection as well to do with like letter writing and things, and this is beautiful. It's like flowers and kind of old-fashioned letters, and then the background is like this really pale blue grid. It's beautiful, and it's wide as well. It's slightly wider than a regular washi tape. I think let's measure it. A normal washi tape is like 15 mil. Yeah, and then this one is 20. Yeah, so it's just a bit, it's just like a half a centimeter wider than a normal tape would be, which is very nice. And then these two, I got this one, I think this is called Pumpkin Patch. It's pumpkins, like orange and greens, and then like leaves, and there's even some flower details, which is lovely. And then this one has a gold foil, and it's like a kind of a vine type thing. I've definitely looked at this online. I love the colours, the gold with the green and the kind of beigey colour is lovely. Then, because I don't know, because I was buying, I guess I bought 6 washies. They gave me one for free, which is this really, and they let me pick which one I wanted, you know, like out of a little basket. It's this lovely like skinny grid in like pink and brown. So I love that. I would have probably bought one of these, but they gave it as a freebie, which is so lovely. Okay, so that's Note and Wish. And then let's just move some stuff. And then I got some things from a place that, again, like I've never shopped with her before. She had loads of pet tapes on her stand, and she was selling them in loops. So she was really busy, so I kind of like patiently waited and managed to get some loops of these pet tapes. Now I'm really sorry, I don't know the brands because she couldn't remember them, which is fair enough. So I'm really sorry, I can't tell you what brands they are, but yeah, I got 2 loops of each. So if you're not familiar with the pet tapes, PET tapes, a loop is the repeat, and some pet tapes have loops that are like 2 meters long. So just buying 1 loop, you get loads of tape. But I bought 2 because it wasn't something that I was going to be able to get again. So yeah, this is the same one. I cut it to get to something in the middle because I was doing a page in My Hub and Each Cousin. But let me unravel these and show you. It's going to take me ages to wind these up again. So this one is like collage-y. It's so lovely. So yeah, it's that sort of thing. Actually, I'm just gonna, this is the same, but I'm not gonna unravel it because I feel like you get the idea with this length. So yeah, you can just cut around these pieces and then peel the backing off and stick them down, and they're very thin on your pages, so they're good if you don't want to add loads of bulk to your planners. And then I got this one, which is like a roll of film, or like film negatives. It's this way. So this is beautiful. So this is still the first loop. We're still going on the first. Okay, so now I'm back to the beginning. So this is all 1 loop. So yeah, you get loads for your money. And these were only a couple of pounds each, £2 or £3 for like 2 loops. So yeah, I got 2 loops of 3 designs, and my boyfriend bought, I think he got 2 loops of 1 design as well, and the total was like £12.60 or something. Like, it really was so reasonable. And then lastly, I have this one, which is another kind of collage-y one. Lots of like music sheets, like sheet music, sorry, on this one, which is nice. And then some like black and white photographs. So yeah, really lovely. So those were from, her little bag is here, Pineapple Studio UK. I think she does have some stuff on some of the pet loops on her website. Have a look and see. And then lastly, from Stationery Fest, I bought some things from Gretel Creates. So again, I follow her on Instagram, and like I've seen her I've looked on her website and stuff, and I've just, for whatever reason, just like never ordered. But I picked up some pens from her. So I got a Pentel Energel Cleaner in a 0.3, and then I got 3 refills to go with them because I feel like Energel refills are really hard to come by. I got 2 black and a brown. I feel like I need to write with this a little bit more because 0.3 is kind of scratchy, so I feel like I just need to like break the pen in a little bit. I do already have a Pentel Energel Cleaner, which is this colour. This one's 0.4, but I like the body of the pen, so I wanted to try a different size. And then she had these Uniball 1Ps, which again, if you're familiar with my channel, you know I have loads of these. I think I have every colour now, bar like 1 or 2. But she had this mint green, and I thought, oh, go on then. Yeah, I maybe wouldn't have bought this if I was shopping online, but because I saw it there and I thought, oh, it is a really nice green. And I think it was the last one in this colour. I just grabbed it. And then I got one of these Zig Clean Colour Dot markers from her. I have some of these already, but this colour is Splash. It's a really nice kind of like slightly lavendery blue. Let's try it on the bubble tea straw packet. So it's kind of like, yeah, blue, but also like a hint of lilac-y, I would say. So yeah, that was my Stationery Fest haul. It was so much fun. I'm really excited for next year. I hope they run it next year, and I hope they, you know, it's bigger and there's more businesses, and yeah, it was lovely. And I've actually just realised I forgot to show you some stuff because they're in this bag that I put ephemera in. Okay, let me show you real quick. I got some bookmarks as well, and I totally forgot. So I got some Grumpy Nook bookmarks, and I got this one from Bujo Cult. Again, spooky season is, you know, not almost upon us, but we can pretend. So I really liked that bookmark. And then Grumpy Nook, yeah, she had these mystery bookmark packs, really cheap. I think they were like, I don't know how much it was, but they were cheap, so I grabbed one. So I got these 3. We have like a books and coffee stop little fox, a floof bakery this way, so cute. This one is like matte card, and then these 2 have like a shiny coating on them. This is so cute, little cat with a cupcake. And then this one has a tassel, and it's a little frog in a teacup. It's so cute. So I have been reading a lot lately. I have been doing some audiobooks, but mainly physical paperbacks. So yeah, bookmarks are handy. So that now is the haul from Stationery Fest, and I will show you the happy mail that was waiting for me. So it was from Grumpy Nook. Surprise, surprise. I got 1 sheet of stickers from her, which I have to keep this bag. Like, look, it was in this bag that's like printed with the sticker sheet. So I'm probably going to cut around these and like use them as well. I think that's such a lovely way of packaging your stickers. And then I got 3 washi tapes from her new collection. So I got this one, which is like, I think she calls it khaki fish on this kind of like salmon coloured background. This one is like a buttery yellow with breakfast things. So there's a box of cereal, some strawberries, a croissant, a fried egg. So cute. And this one was called strawberries, but I think this is quite like abstract. I think I realised it was strawberries after I looked at it for a little while, but yeah, I just love it. I love her style so much, and I love all the colours that she uses. I think she's just fantastic. And I'm so pleased that I found her shop when I was browsing on Etsy, and I'm just so pleased that the algorithm showed me her shop. So yeah, I've now been shopping on her like web shop rather than Etsy, because I think it's better for small businesses, because Etsy take a big cut, you know, their fees are higher. So yeah, so that is the stationery haul. I'm just gonna have a little break, drink some more boba, have some water, and then I'll come back and we can talk about 2024 planner things. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so 2024 planners. I have been in turmoil about the Sterling Ink pre-order. I really didn't know what to do. But, and I will link it in the description, I watched Plan with Jay's new video about her Sterling Ink B6 Common Planner, and it really inspired me. So I'm really, I'm feeling a bit more like I know what I'm doing. So we have, I know it's only July, and this may change, and I may put a video out in September and say, okay, I changed my mind. But this is what I'm landing on right now. So currently I'm using, let's just talk about that very quickly. If you're not familiar with the channel, I'm using a Hobonichi Weeks and a Hobonichi Cousin. The Cousin is like a daily log memory keeping journal. No real planning like goes on in here. And then the Weeks is my planner. It keeps my life together. And I plan my months out. This has all of my events, and yeah, this was last week. I was using it as memory keeping because I was away on holiday. But yeah, normally I keep track of books I'm reading, social media posts, and I do track some habits as well. The back is to-do lists, just kind of like no real deco. I mean, there is some stickers here, but like often I don't use any kind of stickers, and it's just pen and yeah, crossing stuff off. So that's what's going on in the Weeks. And I love the Weeks. I used it last year as well, but I'm thinking for 2024 I'm going to change things up. So I will definitely be using the Hobonichi Cousin. I couldn't decide if I wanted to get one from Sterling Ink or not, you know, her version of the Cousin. I decided not. The Hobonichi is, I worked it out, is less expensive, even if I order it from Japan. The Sterling Ink Common Planner, with the taxes and shipping from America, was pretty expensive for my budget. So I just decided that I would stick with Hobonichi. I think for next year I will probably, I'm 90% settled, probably go with the Avec. So that's the year split into 2 books. I absolutely love having 1 year in one book. However, I think it's getting very chunky because I like to put lots of ephemera and things in. And I don't want to stop doing that. But I do think this is going to be a bit difficult for me to write in by the end of the year. So I think I'm going to go for the Avec. And then maybe for 2025, I'll change back. I don't know. Depends. I also think the Avec is nice because it offers you kind of like a fresh start halfway through the year. So yes, the only thing with that is that I don't really like the colours of the covers. But I can put a cover on it. Yeah, so it would be Hobonichi Avec that would be for my memory keeping and all of my kind of journaling, my daily logs, and then not a Weeks. Instead of the Weeks, I think I'm going to use this. So this is a Sterling Ink undated B6. Let's just move some stuff. I bought this from somebody on Instagram, actually from Agnes, the owner of Salam Creative, who I love her stickers. She was selling this, and I kind of, on a whim, I got it. And I thought originally when I got it that I would actually use it instead of the Cousin, but it poses the same problem, is that it's a full year planner and I think it will get very chunky. So let's just have a look inside, because it's honestly so stunning. Also, this was another reason not to shop the Sterling Ink pre-order. I actually already have a planner from her that I haven't used. So I think this is going to be instead of the weeks. I haven't fully worked it out how I will use it yet, but this is what, as I mentioned earlier, Jay of Plans with Jay, she's using a B6 common planner instead of a weeks now, and I don't know, I'd never thought of using the common planner instead of the weeks, and because it's so different as a format. But I don't know, Jay's like looks so beautiful, and yeah, she's really nailing it. So if you haven't seen one of these planners, or if you have, I don't know if this is interesting. Anyway, this is the undated version. I think I did say that, but I'll say it again. It has a vertical weekly layout like the Hobonichi Cousin. It's got monthly layouts, and then after all of the weeklies, it has okay, so it has undated notes pages, and there are loads. It's basically one for every day of the year. There are 369 undated notes pages, so you could use this instead of the Cousin. But yeah, it does lay flat like the Cousin, but not quite as well as the Cousin does. Yeah, so the lady who I bought this from was selling, you know, it's an undated planner, but she had bought the sticker kit to date the planner, and I think I will be using these. So yeah, it comes with like, just, it does say on each sheet where they should go. There's like week numbers, and like months, more week numbers. Anyway, I'm not going to go through it all because I don't think I need to. But yeah, so it has this whole massive sticker kit to date everything, apart from the daily pages. So, you know, you've got enough to date all of the weeks and all of the monthly calendars, and there's also like quarterly, where are they? There's also like quarterly planning pages in here as well. The lines are quite faint, so I don't know if you can see it, but there's kind of four vertical boxes this way, and then 3 columns on this side, and there's enough grid spaces down this way for you to use this as a tracker. There's like one line for every day of the week per month. So yeah, I've seen people use this for tracking and it looks really great. So I think this is going to be, for me, I think it's going to be more of like a space to plan, but also to plan goals out a bit more thoroughly. I do some goal planning or goal setting in my Hobonichi Cousin, but I think this is a bit more comprehensive, or it can be more comprehensive with this. And what else? I also do some content planning in my weeks, but I think this gives me loads more space to do that. I can make like kind of running lists of video ideas and Instagram post master lists, and yeah, just like lists of things I need to photograph for social media. Yeah, I think the undated pages, I really don't think I'll use them all in a year, but it gives me that flexibility. And if I want to write down memories, that is something I do in my Cousin, but I could do it in here as well. There's plenty of space for me to decorate the pages. Yeah, the only thing is it would be less practical for me to carry to and from work than the weeks. So I'm thinking I hardly ever need to reference my weeks at work because I don't have that sort of job. But if I do need to make a note of dates, you know, like days of my work that have changed, because sometimes my boss and I shuffle around our work days. I think I will just carry like a tiny little notebook in my bag. I always have a pen, and then yeah, just like a tiny notebook. I think that'll be fine. And then I can come home and transfer things into here. So yeah, that's the plan with that. I'm actually looking through this again. I'm really excited to dive into this planner. I think it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And also, another thing that made me not really hesitate on the pre-order was that I wasn't a fan of the colours and the covers that she has chosen for this year. I know so many people love them, and they are objectively beautiful, but personally, the feel of like a pleather, like a faux leather cover, I don't like that. As a sensory thing, I just don't like it. So I really like that this is the kind of scratchy, almost like cross hatchy card cover. This is much nicer for me, in my opinion. So yes, I'm very excited to get into this. And I have been thinking that I would date it like month by month, in case I wanted to switch to a spring start weeks when April rolls around. We'll see. So sorry, I've been talking for so long. I wanted to lastly show you something you've seen before. But this is my traveler's notebook. I have the passport size olive, and at the moment I just have this little charm that was part of a Coffee Monsters keyring. Or it is part of a Coffee Monsters keyring. It's on like a lobster clasp, so you couldn't swap it in and out. I just put that on the elastic. I'm thinking this will be a setup. So I set this up, and I haven't used it. And you know, I was really excited about planning in this passport size, and it hasn't worked for me. So I think I want this to be more of a place for common placing. I was using the weeks to do that, but I think I want to switch to this because it's a very portable size, and I can always like take the notebooks out and take them somewhere with me if I don't want to take the whole, you know, thing. And I have 2 notebooks in here. I think I was thinking that I would use one for common placing and one for like kind of like morning pages, but we'll see. This insert in the front, I have just decorated the cover and the inside. This is from Good Ink Impressions. It's a 160 page insert with 3.7mm grid, cream paper, Tomo River paper, 52 GSM, and it's like a navy colour. I have the card wraparound insert thingy, and then this green insert is from Midori. It's just their grid insert, but it's a big grid, so it's not. I might get another Good Ink Impressions actually, because this big grid is not the one. 5mm grid, I don't really like it. So that's wrapped around with the card, wallet, and then around everything is the like clear plastic folder thingy, and I just have a few bits of deco. A Megan Rhiannon printable sticker, this piece of plus minus tape, and then this is my sister's handwriting. This was from the birthday card envelope that she gave me. I wanted to save it. And then in the back there's like some bits of some sticky tabs and some like ephemera paper. There's some tabs that my friend gave me. These are beautiful. And then I have some of the dots I use in my common placing, because I use Megan Rhiannon's sort of dot system. So that's that. I'm a bit intimidated by this. I don't know, leather covers feel very special, and yeah, they make me a bit nervous, but I really want to try and use it. So that's the thinking for 2024. Woo! Okay. I feel like I've been talking for ages. I'm really sorry if this is a long and rambly video, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if you have thoughts for 2024, let me know. I'm getting quite excited about Hobonichi season that's coming up, and I'm excited to see what covers they're offering, and if, you know, like they introduced the HON, that kind of new A6 planner last year. I'm interested to see if they're going to introduce anything new. So yeah, let me know your thoughts for next year, and I will speak to you soon. I'm not sure what next week's video will be. I can't remember if I planned it out or not. But we shall see. It might be like a planner catch-up sort of video because I'm really behind in my memory keeping. But watch this space, and yeah, I'll let you know, or you'll find out next week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let me know your planner thoughts for 2024, and I will speak to you next week. Bye, everybody.